Hey everyone, it's Emily and welcome to another part of the Upgrowth challenge. Today we are starting out in Cameron's household actually because we are going to be playing with him a little bit this time because I think he has some announcements to make or some things to get done, and I felt like it would make more sense to just play with him and do all of that from his perspective because, you know, when you're in the other household you can't really control what he does, you can only interact with him that way, so I thought this would be better. But I think that we're going to have Cameron tell Lucy that he's her father finally because Josh died last time, we all know, very tragically, and I think we're gonna say that it's probably been a while. Like, it's not the next day, even though it's the next day in our game. It's not the next day if this were like a real life timeline. Like, it's probably been a few weeks, maybe a month or so since Josh passed, and he thinks that, oh, not Lucy, Bonnie, he's telling Bonnie that he's her father, but I think it's time for him to tell Bonnie that he's her father because, you know, I think that now that Josh is gone, he wants to step in and take care of his family because he really feels like they're his family, and now that they don't have a male in the household, I think that he wants to step in and feels like that's the right thing to do. So I think that the first step in that is to tell Bonnie that he is her father. So we're going to go do that. Oh my god, so here we are. He is all, oh my god, Bonnie is about to ask him for advice. He just showed up on the lot and she's already asking him for advice. So his face, maybe that's just what his face looks like all the time, but he does not look like he's doing too great. So let's see what she has to ask him, and then he's gonna answer her and we will continue. Feeling forlorn, no one likes me, no one will ever like me, why bother with anything anymore, I'll always love you. Oh, that's so sweet. She just asked him that and he's like, I always love you, or I will always love you, and she doesn't even know yet, and he's feeling better already. He already feels like he's helping out, and I think that he would probably give her a heartfelt compliment. I don't know why he would want to insult her yard, but he probably wants to have a deep conversation, and then I think that he would console her about the death, just because he knows that it's still a sensitive subject, even though for Bonnie, him and Josh both weren't there when she was really growing up. Not until she was maybe like 7 or 8 is when they came into her life, because she was a baby when they were away at war. And then she grew up for a few years, and then Josh wasn't the best dad, but he was there, and he existed, and she was used to him being there, and she always liked Cameron. He was her uncle, she thought, and they got along really well, and she really enjoyed spending time with him, but I'm not sure how she's going to take this news. I think they're going to have another deep conversation, and then can we share a secret? Because that would probably be what this is. And maybe, yeah, share a secret. And we'll see. Not sure how it's gonna go, but he does have to tell her that. And she doesn't seem to be too thrilled, but I think that that's probably just a shock, and I think that she probably wouldn't be too excited about it, even though before I was thinking like, oh yeah, she'd be so excited, this guy she thought was her uncle is actually her dad, she definitely would want him to move in, but she just went through a lot of changes, and I think she's kind of like slightly distrusting of men now. Yeah, she's not happy about this, but I think that it's just because she's had bad experiences. She isn't really sure if she can trust Cameron, even though he's always, or her dad, I guess, because even though he's always kind of been there, he hasn't really been there because it's not like he could be there all the time, and then there was issues with Josh, so I think that she just doesn't really know how to feel, so I think we're going to switch back to her household now. Also, I know that the twins are going to age up at some point. I'm not exactly sure when, but today's their birthday, so that'll happen, but I'm not too concerned about that. It's just going to happen on its own. We obviously can't throw them a party or anything, so that'll happen at some point, but I think that we're just going to ask him to leave because she's feeling very overwhelmed. Her mom isn't home, she's at work, she doesn't really know what to think about all of this, and I think I don't know why we can't make him leave. We're gonna do a nice little make Sim leave. Yeah, there we go, make Sim leave. Goodbye, Cameron. Okay, now I'm gonna have her not do her homework, she's gonna write in her journal because I think that she probably needs to do that. And our kiddos are doing decent. Eat a carrot, buddy. And you're a little hungry too, but that's okay. But I'm just gonna have her write in her journal and get out her emotions. Like I said, I think that I originally, when I envisioned this moment, I was thinking she'd be really excited about it, but you know, it's still a touchy subject. Even though Josh wasn't the best dad, that was all she knew. And like I said, with him not being the best dad, I don't know if she would be super accepting of another father figure, even if that other father figure was always nice to her. It wasn't like she grew up thinking of him as a dad, so I don't think that she would be like as excited as I was originally thinking. And I think some of you guys felt the same way. So I think I'm saying I think a lot, but basically she's just getting out her thoughts. She's feeling a little bit better. Her sad mood is going down. She was supposed to not feel better for 2 whole days, but now she's down into less than 1 day. So that's good. I think she's calming down some, but she probably wants to talk through her feelings with someone. Her mom's at work, and I think that especially because she's kind of used to taking care of the kids are probably out making a mess or something. No, they're just standing in the yard. That's good. But I think now that she's used to feeling like the responsible one in the house, I don't know how she would take someone wanting to come in and be responsible for everyone all of a sudden, because Cameron hasn't even had a job since he's been back from the war. His family's really rich. He hasn't had to work, so he's honestly not very responsible either. I think that Bonnie kind of knows that about their family, and I think that she would be wary of him joining the house because she's not sure if he's up to raising the 2 kids, because that's basically what she's doing now. See, she's just coming out here to check on them. So now that she's done that, I think that she is going to, we're going to say that she left them with their extended family or something, because she really needs to just talk to her friend Fletcher. And we're gonna go hang out with him somewhere. Not sure where yet, but we're gonna go somewhere. Okay, so I decided to take them to the cafe that we've been to a couple times now, and the general store thing too, with the little garden over here. But the main reason that we're here is just to talk to Fletcher. I don't think they're gonna really be doing any cafe things, but she's probably going to ask for advice and complain about her problems. And you know, I think that she's just wanting to vent a little bit and maybe have a deep conversation. And what else can they do? I think she's gonna banter with her friend and also probably complain about her parents because her mom's out of the house. She just had to drop the twins off with some other family so that she could even have a moment to herself. She now found out that who she thought was her uncle is her father, and she just is complaining about her actual parents now. So yeah, she's just kind of a mess, and I don't think she really knows what's going on, but she's going to reveal a deep secret, which we did last time we hung out with Fletcher, and that was that the twins were her uncle's kids, and now she's telling him that she is actually her uncle's child too. So that's kind of crazy. Oh, they did not get along for some reason. Something happened, but that's not good. So I think that I'm just gonna have them chat a little bit more, and maybe she'll spread a nasty rumor even. I don't know what about, but maybe she's just engaging in some petty high school gossip because she just needs to think about something else and doesn't always want to talk about herself and her issues, because she feels like she's probably bored him a little bit. He's feeling a little embarrassed. He probably gave her some bad advice. And now that they've talked a little bit, they're just gonna end their night by stargazing in front of the cafe because they have just talked a lot, and I think they both are tired but still want to spend time with each other. So they're just looking at the stars, and I did have the option to... Oh man, it's gone. But I had them do a little flirting, just casual stuff, and it gave me the option to have a first kiss, but she's obviously too sad right now. She's too upset, and I think that especially with her kind of distrusting men a little bit right now, you know, her father basically ruined his life, or I mean, I guess her mom's husband ruined his life, and now she just found out that his brother is her father and isn't really sure about his ability to step in and take on that role. So I think that even though they were just flirting a little bit, I don't think that she would want to try anything yet because she doesn't really feel like she's in a stable situation. I think she just really needs a friend right now. So that's all Fletcher is, even though they do have that little bit of romance bar. But I think that I'll probably just take them home after they stargaze for a little bit more, or let them each go back to their respective homes, and then we'll come back the next day and see where it takes us. You know, the twins are going to age up. I'll probably give them a makeover, and I guess, it's time for them to go because they both just popped up. So yeah, I'll see you guys back in the morning. Okay, so it's the next morning and Bonnie's about to head off to school. She was just writing a little bit in her journal before she left for the day to get her thoughts out, and her and her mom just had a cute little moment, and so I wanted to share that as our first thing for the next day. And yeah, they're just doing a cute little hug. I thought that was nice because Lucy, even though she's not there all the time, she still wants to let Bonnie know that she's really proud of her and she really appreciates her helping out around the house and helping raise the twins to be children, because they aged up overnight and now they're kiddos. One of them has school and one of them doesn't. I guess they were kind of like aged up on 2 different days, like it happened around midnight, I guess. So one of them has school, Will has school, and Carter does not. So Carter's still home and he was just mopping up a puddle outside. That was very nice of him. Oh gosh, I did not want to move that. But he's just helping his mom out, I guess, taking a personal day. And I rearranged their room because I asked last time, oh gosh, I forgot that shelf was there, but I asked last time what you guys thought we should do about this situation, because their room is very small and we can put this down here. That's kind of nice. Let's do it right there. But their room's very small and there are 3 kids living in the one room now, and I asked if you guys thought that I should renovate the house to accommodate them, even though it's kind of against the rules of the generation, or what you thought I should do, because I wasn't sure what to do. And someone said that they thought that it would work well. Well, I did say that I could do some kind of bunk bed situation, but that was about my only idea, and they said that they would be cool with the bunk bed situation, or I could swap the rooms and I could make it so the kids are in Lucy's room and Lucy takes the kids' room, because it's the smaller ones who would make more sense to put more kids, or like the more people in the bigger room, especially since Lucy is just by herself now. But I was going to do that until I realized that this wallpaper is very childish and this room is more maturely decorated, and I think I might still switch them if any of you guys think that that would be a good idea, or it would be kind of realistic to see that. But we can't really change the wallpaper or the floor color, because that would kind of be updating the house if I swapped them with the rooms. Like, you wouldn't transfer your kids' wallpaper into your adult bedroom if you were just switching out of convenience for the kids. But I think it might be kind of cool to see that and have Lucy kind of stuck in the kids' room because there isn't enough space for them in there. But yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think, because this bunk bed situation is fine, it works and everything, but I think that now that I think about it after I've done this setup, I think it would be more realistic to switch this and then leave the wallpapers the same and just have it be a little, not joke, but kind of like an unfortunate circumstance that Lucy's stuck in the room with the flower wallpaper and the pink carpet. So yeah, let me know what you think, if you think that that would be kind of funny, because I think that, well, not funny necessarily, but you know what I mean? Whatever. Just let me know. Okay, so we're playing with Cameron again because he has a few things to talk to Lucy about now that he's talked to Bonnie. His conversation with Bonnie didn't go as well as he was expecting, so I think that he's kind of a little bit worried about that. But at the same time, he feels like he needs to talk to Lucy because he's hoping that even though Bonnie seems a little standoffish toward the idea of him being her father and him kind of stepping into that role, I think that he probably wants to talk to Lucy about it because he cares about Lucy, and I think that he wants to come in and, you know, take care of her. She's been working really hard for the family, and I think that he wants to help out, even though I don't know how he would help out because, like I said, he doesn't have a job. His family just has a lot of money, so I guess he's probably going to try to offer them some money, say that he can move in. They'll have access to all of the family funds and his trust fund or whatever he has, and I think that he might discuss some neighborhood changes changes. Maybe the change would be him, you know, moving into their neighborhood. I don't know, but I think that he wants to offer what he can and what he thinks is best for the family, because he cares about them, but he might be slightly misguided in how he's going about it. Lucy's obviously not doing well. She's still crying in bed. Even though Josh and her didn't have the best relationship, they were still married, and she still cared about him to some extent, even though he wasn't the best to be around. But yeah, she's still upset about it, and I don't think she would want someone to just come in, even though she does care about Cameron. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we will see. They're chatting a little bit, and he hasn't even asked her to be his girlfriend, so I think he's just gonna do that. I think that she would be like, yeah, sure, whatever. We can make this official. I would love for you to come around more and hang out with the kids. Oh gosh, she just rejected him. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that went differently than I expected, but she just said no. I was thinking maybe she might want him around with the kids, but it seems like she's kind of giving him a little bit of a chat. Like, she seems a little angry too. And I'm guessing that's because she's been the one who's there this whole time, even though she hasn't been able to be there for the kids. She's been trying her best to provide for them. She's been working pretty much her entire life to make something for her family, and he's been nowhere. I mean, granted, he went off to war, he couldn't control that, but she cares about him. Obviously, they just hugged, but she's not happy with the idea of him just wanting to waltz in with his money bags and take care of the whole family. So I think that's where we're just gonna leave this part, because that went a little bit differently than I thought. I thought she might at least accept him wanting to be more of an official, like, place in the house, you know, having him around as someone that she's with, not just someone who comes around to check on the family every now and then. But maybe they're just gonna keep things a little bit more simple than that. Maybe he's just gonna come in, check on the kids, but she doesn't really necessarily want him, you know, in the house with them, trying to, you know, take care of them. I think she would still, especially the twins, since they're kids, I think she would want him around to be there for them, but I don't think that her or Bonnie are completely comfortable with him moving in. So let me know what you guys think, because I was fully ready to, you know, just have them live happily ever after, but I don't think that's how it's gonna go, and I don't think that that's very realistic either. So yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you think. I think some of you might be a little bit upset that they're not just gonna go on and live happily for the rest of the generation, but we still have one part left before we move on and focus completely on Bonnie's story and her life and the 4th generation. So yeah, let me know what you guys think and how you think this should all go down in the end. But that's all I have this week, so thanks so much for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Bye!